People don't really support you. They only support you if you continue to fit into that box that fits within their view of the world. And as soon as you step outside of that, they're going to project how they feel about themselves onto you. Your friends, your family, your coworkers, they're all going to do the same thing. If you're lucky, you'll have a few individuals in your life that genuinely support you. And what genuine support is stepping outside of your own reality, your own insecurities, taking the time to understand somebody else, understand their situation, try your best to have empathy, and then offer your feedback. When all the feedback you get assumes a very negative outcome and ignores any possibility of a positive outcome, it's a sign that they're not genuinely supporting you. They're reacting to how your decision makes them feel based on their view of the world and the way they would act. When people give you feedback about something you want to do in your life, and they show that they don't understand the pros and cons of the decision, and they don't understand your circumstances and why you want to do what you want to do. It's very obvious. You should realize that they don't really support you. They support you if you fit within the lines of their reality of what they would do. It can be very deceiving and hard to spot. I've experienced this many times in my life outside of social media. And what you realize over time is that if you want to do something with your life and you have the courage to take a swing at it and step out of these expectations, a lot of people will react this way. It's not because they're bad people. It's not because they hate you. It's because they don't have the ability to step out of their own reality and actually respect your individuality and why you want to do something. It's a rare trait. And if you're lucky, you'll have maybe a couple people in your life that will be able to do that, that are grounded and secure enough in themselves that they don't need to project their reality onto you. They can just step outside of that and take the time to understand why you want to do it, what you're going through, and then give you constructive feedback and advice. And the reason I wanted to make this is because it's something that's so real for everybody. No matter what you're doing, you're going to run into that. And a lot of people choose to stay within the confines of appeasing social expectations from their peers, their family, their friends. And I think you have to kill off a part of yourself when you do that. And a lot of people take that deal because it's too painful to experience rejection from your immediate social circles. It's a trade-off that all of us have to make decisions on. And I'm here to tell you that if you are like me and you want to do something that is true to your individuality in your life, you have to accept this unfortunate reality and have grace in understanding that people don't have bad intentions. They are just limited in their ability to actually see you and offer true, genuine support. It is often very distorted and based off of their personal reality, their personal feelings, their personal life, which is not yours. In this case, a very simple tell that you can see is that all of these comments, they're clearly, people put a lot of thought into them to let me know that they're disappointed, that I'm throwing away my brand and everything I stand for, that I'm only inevitably, certainly going to increase my dose over time. That's the only one path I can go down. It's only for vanity, couldn't be for any other reason. Notice that there's no acknowledgement of the positive possibilities. What if I monitor my blood work, adjust my dose accordingly, and I'm able to gain 10 extra pounds of muscle. My energy levels are higher. My blood looks good. I don't experience any negative side effects. What if that happens? Even if you disagree with my decision, you have to acknowledge that as a possibility and realize here that none of these people are. They're fixated only on extremely negative outcomes. That's not an unbiased, objective support. That is an emotional, insecure, based off your own reality, your own life, your own decisions, response. And this is how people in your life will react when you do something that you want to do, regardless of what it is. And it's okay if people disagree. That's fine. Not everybody's going to disagree. But what I'm saying is you need to watch out for people who act like they're supporting you when they're really just projecting their reality onto the decision you're making. Because that can fuck with your head. And if you can't diagnose it or spot it, it may limit your ability to do what you want to do. Because it could convince you that you're doing something wrong. Because for that person or those people that are offering support to you, that would be something wrong in their view of the world and their life. Well, guess what, motherfucker? If you want to be an individual, you're not going to do everything that other people would do. Because you're not trying to live a life similar to everyone else. Because you're trying to honor your true expression of individuality of what you want to do. And that's the path that I'm going down. And this is something that I've seen time and time again. And this is just the latest rendition of it. And I wanted to share that with any of you that are watching who have experienced something similar in hopes that it helps you to identify disgenuine support. It doesn't mean you get mad. You can't get mad at people. They're not necessarily doing it intentionally. But you need to identify it for your own sake so that you can continue to go on the path that you want to go on. And it's a hard moment because you have to let go of this idea of approval from people that you may want to have approval from. And you just have to say these people don't understand. It's very clear they haven't taken the time to understand what's important to me. They don't actually support me, even though they think they do. They're incapable of stepping out of their own personal reality to understand myself and offer objective support, which is a huge ask. And very, very few people can actually do that. You'll meet maybe a handful of them in your life. And when you meet those people, hang on to those motherfuckers. Because it is a dime a dozen. It is an extremely rare trait. And it makes a huge difference when you have, someone like that in your life or multiple people like that in your life who actually want to try to understand who you are, what you're doing, why you want to do things. And even if it's very different than what they would do, they still have respect for that. And they don't project their own idea of life onto you. It's easy to get bitter and angry kind of and frustrated and feel attacked. But I'm telling you, that's not. Take a breath, try to expel those feelings and that energy and just realize that this is the way a lot of people are. It's not because they hate you and they want to ruin your life. It's because they're just not capable of being able to actually see you to offer real support. So it's a lonelier path because people aren't going to see you and they're not going to be able to offer support. So you're not alone in it though. If that resonates with you and you've had some similar experiences in your life, then remember that I'm out here and a lot of other people are. And there's another path. It's just difficult and challenging, and you have to not let it make you negative and bitter when you choose to do things that are different than what your peers and social circle and family would do, because inevitably they're going to make you feel rejected because that's not what they would do, and they're not going to be able to understand it. You need to just understand that if you really want to do something in your life that is true to your individual expression, that's unfortunate truth. And in the end, it's going to make you stronger. And even me saying this right now is proof of that. And I've experienced it multiple times earlier in my life, and seeing these comments, I was like, that's the major thing that stands out. People disagree, people agree, like, totally, I expect it. Like, I'm not expecting everyone to agree with what I'm doing, but the way people are disagreeing is like very telling. So if you have people like that in your life that are acting as though they support you, but, you know, it's very clear they have a biased emotional take on what you're doing, then you need to make a decision of how important is being in good standing with this person. Because people like that, they're trying to get you to do the thing that makes them feel good about what they're doing and fits into their reality of what they would do. And if you prioritize that over doing what you want to do, you make a trade. You say, okay, I'll do that, and I'll gain the social approval of your friend group, of your family, of your peers, of your online YouTube community, whatever it may be. But you sacrifice honoring your individual expression, doing what you want to do. Or you choose to prioritize what you've identified you want to do with your life, whatever direction you want to go, and the hard decisions that you have to make to get there. And you're going to forego the social approval of your peers, of your social circle, of your friends, of your family, whatever it is. It's just a simple trade-off. I hope that helps even just one of you to do what you really want to do with your life and not let other people's threats of social approval dissuade you from doing it. Have a great freaking day. Go make some gains.